Welcome to the Ender tutorial part 3. So in previous parts we have learned how to create an Android application and how to read a form and text views and edit text, and later we saw how to create an action on this submit button and how to jump from one activity to another activity on click of a button. So next we'll learn how to create a menu. So the options which you saw when you click on more button or the three dots on this corner, you get a panel as showing you menu or the options. So we'll see how to create that. So for that you have to go on this menu folder and you have to open your menu. So you can use this existing one, or you can even right click and create a new menu, or right click and so for that you can just go to menu and right click and select a new menu, that is an Android XML file, or you can use this current menu. So double click on this and you will see that there is an item added. This has ID, a unique ID, and its title. So title is the text which will be shown when you press that action, and the ID is for us to write or detect this menu. If you want, you can add a number of menus over here. Just select this and paste and change its name and its title. I don't need this, so just remove it and I will keep it as it is. So wherever you wish, you can implement this. Just go to your activity and at last you can say on options menu, and you can say create menu and inflate the menu using menu inflator and pass your menu and to set and to set the menu or hit the action when a menu is selected, you can just write when. So if you select any of this menu, this function would be called, which states switch case. So currently we have only one activity or one menu item, but if you have more than one, you have to use switch case, and you have to identify each case using this ID. So here I have just used switch case and checked if it's so here I have just used this activity or this ID to detect if the particular menu is clicked, and I have created a toast over here. Menu is clicked, this toast would be shown. Here I have wrote hi, I can just say menu clicked, and I will run this application. So right click, run as Android application. So if you can see that that's just a normal form, but if I click on more options, I will see second activity which I have wrote in this particular item. So let's click on second activity, and then you can see that it says menu clicked, which I have wrote in this particular. So this is how you can implement a menu by using create option menu and using on option item selected menu, and you can create n number of menu items and use them in switch case and perform your task. And you can just copy this and place in second activity as well, and you can see menu in second activity as well. But if you don't, you can just remove it, and you can just create an intent over here rather than creating a toast to switch from one activity to another. So now let's see how to add a background and all those stuff. So I'll just close all the unwanted file, and I will come back to my second activity or the second layout, and here I will provide a background to this particular layout. So for that, go to your file or any folder which you have saved your backgrounds. So just go to there and select anyone and copy and paste it in this drawable folder. But remember that it does not contain any space or capital letters, or else it will show you an error. So it should be from 0 to 9 and in small letters only. And remember to paste the same file in all these drawable folders. So we have to paste all and all the files in all the folder, and after doing that, go to your XML file and in your parent layout just select background property, and again press Ctrl space and select drawable and select back 7 or name of your image. And if you go in graphical layout, you can see that that is your background. I will select another one if you are not visible to view, so I'll just paste that, and I will go in my activities XML and I will press Ctrl space and I'll select that background and I'll say graphical layout. So you can see that background or the background image of this particular activity has been changed to our image, and you can then change your text views color according to that background. And this is how you can just change your background and stuff. To add image, you can do same stuff. Just select images and media, select an image view and select whichever image which you want, or you can just paste the image and then select the image and select OK, and there is your image. And this is how you can create an or include an image into your layout file. So next is you can also change your icon after you create your application. If you think that this icon is not proper, you can change it. You have to just go to your image, copy that icon. So if you wish, you can just add that icon in your project, paste it in all the folders, and go to your Android manifest file, and over here in the starting you will see that the application has some properties. One of them is icon. Just remove that IC launcher and select your file name. So if you come back to your layout file, you can see that the icon of that particular image has been changed. So you can change your icon of that particular application, and if you wish, you can even change the name of that particular application. You just have to go to values folder. It contains string XML, and go to XML, and there you have app underscore name. Just change name over there, so you can say application 1. And if you go in your layout file, you can see that the name has been changed, and if you run your application, you will see the changes. So let's run this application. I will right click, I'll say run Android application. So this is my application icon, and this is my application name, which I just changed. But if you go to your home menu, and if you view your application, you will see that the icon and the app name has been changed over here as well. So just open that, submit, and you can see that there is a background over your application, and there is an image which we added. So this is how you can add the images or the background and change some stuff. So now let's have a look on how can you export or how can you save your file. So to save your current application which you're working, you can just go to file and select export, and you have to select general category and then file systems, and then select next, and then you have to select the location and say finish. So if you go to your location, you will see that the applications folder has been created, and you will see all your files over here, and this is just a backup kind of stuff. So if you wish, you can just restore that application, and if you wish, you can import or you can just open the already created application by just visiting file and not using open file. You have to use import, and again general and existing project into the workspace, but my Duet one is already added, so I have to remove that first. So I'll say import, yes, I have to browse to my location, so I'll say Duet one, okay, and you can see that we cannot click this application as it's already added into our workplace, so you have to delete it from there as well. So Duet one has to be deleted, and then if you try to re-import that particular project, it will be imported. So Duet one, that's okay, and you can see that now you are able to click it and say finish. So then you can see that Duet one is added to your PC or your project file, and sometimes if it shows error, you can just right click over here, properties, and check for Java build path and select 4.4.2 or some any other which you are using, and still the error doesn't go, then you can just go to Android and you have to select that is this API level has been checked or not, and select OK. So it won't give you an error. Just clean the project, clean and select the project, and then you can just directly run the project and it's ready to go. So thank you for joining me in this tutorials.